today. From Buffalo Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's the AFC-Champaignship game on EA Sports. The Buffalo Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here at Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
This one for the right to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Off we go. This will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bills have recovered.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
So here come the Bills with excellent field position to get things started. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. There he goes, right side. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop them.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A 4-yard pickup on the
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be 2nd down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Ingram. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 5.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. From the gun, Jackson. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The score, Bills 7, Ravens 3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
21-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
32-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And now running right through it. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And this is caught off the deflection. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
He was brought down.
Malik Harrison on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Intended for 4th.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson. And a little floater there is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, 67 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now this will make it into the end zone, and Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, You can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Bills will extend their lead.
For the point after.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This will make it into the end zone, and Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now here come the Ravens. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ingram. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And that one will fall incomplete.
It leads
clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back.
Don't you do that.
So we are halfway home. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
Justin Tucker to kick.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC-Champaignship. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage.
He's got a man, complete, the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cole Beasley, 72 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25 yards.
Now the Bills defense, they make their way back out there.
And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He'll buy some time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Going deep for Diggs. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
There by Earl Thomas.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. His throw incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They go screen. This is Ingram.
And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Jackson on 1st down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
At the 4-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Baltimore.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good pickup there on 1st as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
Quick slant to Brown.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line.
A gain of 11 on
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
at the 30-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to drop this underneath to Ingram.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. The quick slant caught.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Ravens, they claw one back.
For the extra point.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
That's good.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a handoff here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At the 31.
They're going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tommy Sweeney, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
For Stephon Diggs.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
It's good. Makes the score Bills 44.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
On the return.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Jackson's pass.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down.
And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.